Now let's talk about one of the most powerful and practical tools in this guide, the Skill Portfolio Notebook. It's simple, just a regular notebook, but it comes with the student's personal space for learning, planning, and tracking their skill journey. So basically, you can think of it as a personal command center for the student where they can easily grow, reflect, and actually showcase what they have learned. So even in places with limited resources, a notebook is, I guess, easy to access, low cost, and incredibly useful. So it helps students in five ways, right? Learn and reflect. As it's mentioned over here, you can see it on the screen. Learn and reflect. They can easily write what they have learned and think about it. Secondly, plan and strategize. So they can just set their goals and write steps to achieve them easily. Third pointer is track progress. They can see what they have worked on, what they have not worked on, and how it's actually going on. Fourth point is the document achievements. Document achievements is like big or small wins, they can actually record them all at one place. Fifth pointer we have given is as build a first skill portfolio for them. Like over time, it becomes a collection of their growth and progress. So now moving ahead, we have given a step by step guide for students. So just make sure that they know that it's their own personal space, right? They can which they can actually take pride of. It doesn't have to look perfect. What matters is that it's useful and meaningful to them. They don't have to like manage it properly or they have to make it perfect for every instance. They just have to make it useful that they can actually know what they are working with. So here we have given a button where you can access how to guides for students where we have all disclosed each and every step and each and every part how to set up this notebook. Also, we have given these some of the details below pointers where we have disclosed like title page where you can where it's mentioned what is to be included under this page, what is the purpose of this page, and a tip for all the teachers, right? So these are some of the steps that you just have to follow and instruct your students to implement them it on their notebooks, right? Next is my dream goals, understanding high income skills, my skill radar, my chosen skills to develop, further my achievements and progress, ending with inspiring ideas and people. All of them includes all the pointers like what is to be included on these pages, what is the purpose of this pages like I explained it earlier. So you just have to guide them through these steps and they will just work on their notebook. So now moving ahead, we have this core journey, which is the module wise breakdown for classes 8 to 12. This is actually a flexible framework that will allow students to move at their own pace. Like, ideally, you can say spending 30 to 45 minutes per week, or you can even say per fortnight on each session. So, we have given like these four phases over here. Starting with the first phase, students actually start by understanding the basics, like what are their skills or why do they actually matter. So they also explore the concept of financial independence and begin observing their own world of skills. So this section is all about building awareness and sharpening observations. You can see different modules over here. They can just go through them. You can just guide them based on each of the modules. They just have to spend their particular time reading it out and understanding all of them. Next is the phase 2, initial skill building and planning. So this is the place where we can actually say that student will actually plan something and make some action towards it. So students choose the skills they want to explore, create simple plans, and start tracking their journey using a skill log. So the focus here shifts to developing interest and taking those first consistent steps towards their plans. So this was under this particular phase. Now with the phase 3, deepening skills and building the portfolio. Now, what happens is students practice regularly. They have to track their progress and begin building a personal portfolio. So here they will also learn how to seek feedback and get inspired by mentors and role models. So which will help them grow not just in skill but also in their confidence. Scrolling down to the phase 4, here's where everything starts to come together. Like students explore how skills connect to real world opportunities, including you can say high paying jobs and entrepreneurship. They begin to see the big picture and how their current learning links to their long term goals. Right? This is where the real life picture depicts in front of them how they have to connect with the real world opportunities, how they have to actually work and apply for the world opportunities. So we have given these buttons here. We have some access to the teacher's resources. You can just click on this button and you will reach that particular page. Now, so this was for somewhere classes around 8 to 12th as we mentioned. Now further for our younger learners, we have some future ready lessons. Like these are just bite-sized practical activities which are woven into the regular subjects only. So teachers use these to nurture foundational attitude, skills and awareness. Like to build the particular mindset early on what actually lies ahead, right? They just have to implement these in their regular classes to just help them actually learn the regular stuff. We have all the buttons designed over here under this particular button. Just click on this future ready lessons button and you will get access to all the lesson plans. Let's now look at the ways to make learning active and fun, that too without any cost. So this section offers simple hands-on activities to reinforce some skill concepts. Like take we can take this first option as an example. Skill charades, a playful way to help students understand different skills. Like students just act out skills silently and others have to guess them. So it's engaging and leads to a short discussion like about the skills whatever afterwards. So other options also include there like community skill walk, what if scenarios, storytelling circles, my skills story, problem solving games, and even inviting local guests to share real life skill stories. So here you can see under each one of them, you will have an objective about that activity, material what is required, and how to actually perform that activity. So you can just go through all of them and you will realize how simple it is to implement. So everything here is actually simple. You just have to adapt it in your own regular classes. You don't need some extra time for this so that you can actually involve students while in the class. Next we have is this how to use the notebook effectively. Here we have mentioned some of the points that will help you out to easily implement and work with these notebooks. Like some regular points, I'll just go through them. Regular gentle check-ins, praise efforts and process. Praise efforts and process means praising someone will actually help them better and help them to like that will build their confidence also. Like so basically you just don't have to praise their results, what is the result of that process. You also have to praise their efforts, their process, what they have actually worked on, right? Result is not only the thing that actually matters at each and every point. So next we have, so model teachers example is like you can also being as a teacher you can also build your own teacher skill notebook where you can mention that what you as you are learning as a teacher skill technique, you are learning some new teacher skill or something you can craft over there, right? So next is making it personal and creative. It's a living document for the student. Privacy and trust is very mandatory each and every step. And connect to class discussions. After all of this, when they have actually implemented in the notebooks, you can actually create an atmosphere where class discussions are uh, help. The class discussions will help the students to connect with each other. So next, to help students build confidence and bounce back from setbacks, this section will focus on nurturing a growth mindset. Right, so the key message for this particular section is I can learn anything, and I want to, whatever I want to learn, I can actually learn it. Right, we have contrasts as fixed mindset beliefs like I am just not good at maths. Right, this is somewhere a student has a fixed mindset for this thing. But with growth oriented statements like I am not good at it but yet I can improve it, this is where actually the whole mindset changes. Firstly, he was saying, a student was saying that I am not good at maths. Right, so what would be his belief? That okay, fine, I'm not good at maths, I won't work. But the growth mindset examples we have stated over here, like you can see, I am not good at maths, yet I can improve with practice. What will this lead to? Growth in the student? Similarly, you can focus on other examples also and compare what makes the exact changes. Teachers can actually model this mindset through their how they speak, by embracing challenges, by praising their students' efforts, and normalizing mistakes as a part of learning, because mistakes are mandatory even while learning, practicing in each and every step. So these strategies will help students see that skills grow with practice and not just talent. Here are some pointers mentioned down how teachers can actually foster growth mindset and help students to improve. So you can just go through them one by one. They are very easy to understand. Next is adapting for you younger students. Like although the program is designed for classes 8 to 12, younger students can also benefit under this. This section gives specific tips for adapting activities for classes 2 to 7. Right, the focus is keeping things very tangible, like using stories, play, visuals, and short varied activities. Like younger learners respond well to colors, drawings. Right, so there are some detailed suggestions where you can focus on classes for 2 to 4 for doing words and basic explorations, for classes 5 to 7 for helping students explore skill categories and do simple planning. You can just go through these sections and you will understand how it's actually designed for you. So now let's wrap up the guide with a powerful tool, which is the teacher's self reflection and playing corner. So after each session, take just a few minutes to reflect how this all can significantly improve your impact. Like ask yourself some simple questions between but important questions, like what went well, what challenges came up, and are these students grasping the concepts. Like these are some of the questions you being as a teacher you can ask yourself. These prompts are means they aren't just for accountability, they are for your continuous growth. They will help you to actually grow and change your perspectives to actually guide the students. So here are some quick tips. Just note down notes right after each session, and it will save you time and sharpen your planning for the next particular session. So as we all know that challenges are a part of a process and being ready for them makes a huge difference. So whether it's students feeling disengagement, or not using their notebooks, facing language barriers, or struggling to identify goals, this particular section equips you with practical ways to respond those issues. The goal here is very simple, just to be proactive and not reactive. So if a student seems off track, this section helps you pause, access, and guide them more effectively. So you can just go through all the challenges one by one, and you can find out some possible solutions which will help you to guide the students and answer their reactions. So and finally, we have stated a final heartfelt message for the teachers. Like, you are not just teaching skills; you are building confidence and shaping mindsets for these futures. So each small effort will matter, right? Your patience, your empathy, and your ability to adapt is what will truly bring this guide to life, right? So this particular message is just for building your confidence and to help you think of yourself as a good part of your of a student's life. So this brings us to the end of the demo. This playbook is more than just a guide. It's your companion on your teaching journey, right? Just start simple and you will actually see how the everything changes with time. So thank you everyone.